Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talking with Ty, Season 2, Episode 6. Guys, we are moving right along with the episodes and coming out of the gate. We came out of the gate swinging. I came out of the gate with my girl, Melissa D. White. Since seeing Melissa D. White, you guys seen James Burwell, Alex Jacque, Marcy French. And now today we have another heavy hitter for you. I am your podcast host, Ty Jackson. For those of you, it is your first time tuning in. Talking with Ty is an unscripted lifestyle podcast that focuses on the story behind the brand. Every Tuesday, a guest is invited to have a conversation with me to touch on the personal side of life. I believe that everyone has a story, and it is the true story that connects us. Everybody comes from somewhere, everybody experiences things in life. And the thing about it is, even though we're in different parts of the world, a lot of us are going through the same thing, or a lot of us have been through the same experiences. And sometimes when you hear that experience from somebody else, it automatically connects you to that person. So we're big on titles, we're big on our brand, and the world tells us to focus on your brand and you are your brand. And we make sure that everybody knows who our brand is. But who are we as a person? Who is that person? Sometimes you see a person that seems bigger than life and they have this larger than life personality, and it's like, I would love to know that person. I would love to see who that is. So what I do is I bring those people to you guys. I bring them to my platform and share them with my network of people. And hopefully they say something. And in that conversation, we say something that inspires, that touches, and that transforms people. So today, I have the pleasure of having my girl, my close friend, my colleague, my go-getter, my battle buddy, my foxhole friend, whatever you want to call it, Dana Duckworth. Guys, Dana and I, today we're going to talk a little bit about her podcast, The Hilariously Unemployed, which airs on Fridays live on LinkedIn Chat. I have been a guest on there, and there are so many amazing guests. It's amazing how Dana has taken the word unemployed and hilariously and put them together, because what don't laugh will make you cry. So definitely you have to laugh about it in order not to be falling out all over the place. So, and she's created a safe space, guys, for people to share this story, because there's a lot of people that's out there going through the same thing. We're also going to talk about community involvement and how it's important to Dana to build community. We're going to talk about personal branding, big speaker, and speak up Dana. We're also going to talk about Dana's support. Dana says, my Jolly Queens. We're going to talk about today who her Jolly Queens is. So mom, grandma, and auntie, I hope you guys are tuning in, because we all like to hear our names. And Dana is definitely going to be talking about you guys today and how you guys have been supporting her. So big up to you guys, because anybody that supports my friend supports me. So we're going to be talking about going back and getting her degree. Now, it's already hard enough to go to school when you're 20 and you don't even have a job. Dana is a grown woman with a career, with twin boys that are teenagers. And she went back to school and got her degree. If you are not already standing up in your seat and clapping, because usually I tell you that when we welcome our guests in, you should be clapping for Dana right now. And last but not least, today, Dana and I are going to talk about learning what makes her happy daily. A lot has changed with Dana since the last time we've seen her. And today we're going to talk about that and just rediscovering what makes you happy. So without further ado, if you are out there, you are sitting at your desk and you are enjoying your lunch, push that plate to the side, because we don't want to waste no food. I don't want nobody knocking their plates over. Push that plate to the side and stand up and help me in welcoming my girl Dana to the stage. Dana, welcome.
I am humbled by that introduction, my good friend. Oh, wow. Y'all standing up?
I mean, they should be. I would stand up too, but I have a blue jean dress on.
I'm
Oh,
wearing boxer shorts.
they're
That's
gonna
cool.
stand up. They're gonna see it. So no, Dana, first and foremost, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you and to talk to you, but to be able to have you on my platform today and to share you with the audience is such an amazing thing for me because, like, you know how what I think about you, and just to be able to share you with everybody and all the nuggets that I know that you are going to drop. So, before we can even get into the conversation and talk about the things that I know that we're interested to talk about, and we said we were going to let the people know, we need to know what's been going on with Dana. I would say who is Dana, but I think the people already know who Dana is. But give them a snippet. But tell us, who is Dana and what's going on?
Whew, whew.
What's going on with
Since
you?
the last time y'all saw me, my life has changed drastically, in the words of Cardi B, okay? My name is Dana Duckworth, aka Speak Up Dana, also known as the Big Speaker and the host of the Hilariously Unemployed. I am a Black woman. I am a mother to two 15-year-old teenage boys. I'm a dog mom to a golden doodle and a Yorkie poo who drive me insane. I'm a college graduate of an HBCU. I am a lot of things. I'm a lover of life. I'm hilariously unemployed. That's right. I ain't got no job, but I got a lot of opportunities. I am a daughter. I am a friend. I am a supporter of my community, my people, and I love to create inclusive spaces through transparency. So today, I'm here to tell my business. And I know Todd been having some of y'all crying, but Big Speaker's not going out like that.
Well, you know what? I don't have on my eyelashes today, so I don't know. It could be a crime fest. I don't know. We might go there. So, Dana, the last time you were on here, and to be honest with you, when I was looking back at some of my episodes, I want to say when I started talking with Ty over again, I think you were my first guest on there. So,
Yes.
I mean, a lot has changed since then. And you even look like a totally different person, to be honest with you, today when I talk to you. Like, just to be all the way honest, I don't know if it's the backdrop because you had your flag up last time. So, I don't know if it's the lighting in the room or something. The braids are fresh, but you definitely look different. So, last time I talked to you, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. You were with Zumper. So
Mhm.
you're no longer with Zumper anymore. Shout out to Zumper. We still love you guys. Patty Crawford is always my girl. So what happened?
Uh. So yes, I do love Zumper, and I was there for almost 4 years. I mean, I really found myself within that organization. So, like Ty said, shout out to them. We love Zumper. It's never any smoke. I go up for Zumper. Um, those are my people. Those are my folks. But I was laid off. So that there is the hilariously unemployed part of what it is that I'm doing now. I unfortunately was laid off from the organization, and it, of course, was not an easy decision on anyone's part there. There were so many tears shed. And again, I love and communicate with a lot of them folks a lot of the time.
You know what?
Because
Let me ask you, since being laid off, because I think in multifamily, we're all wrapped around. This is one industry that I'm tired with the Arkansas Apartment Association. Um, I'm Dana with Zumper. I'm tired with Finder. I'm tired. When you introduce yourself in this industry, it just second nature to introduce, I'm this person with that company.
Mhm.
So when you're no longer this person with that company, how does that transit? Because a lot of us, I've been this person with so many companies in this industry. So how does that change when you are the person and not the position, if that makes any
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. I mean, I've been through it a couple of times, and it's a loss of identity, honestly, because you're so associated with that brand, you're so associated with that thing. And what I learned through this time was, yes, I was Dana from Zumper, but now I'm Speak Up Dana. I'm Big Speaker. I'm the host of the Hilariously Unemployed and your favorite opportunity seeker. So anywhere I go from here, that personal brand is going to follow me. And yes, I'm a ride for whatever company I'm with. But just know, Big Speaker is wherever it is I land.
Talk about turning lemons into lemonade. Like, that is the one thing that I love about you. The one thing that I love about Black women, we are resilient, and women, period. Women are resilient. No shout out, shout out to the dudes out there. We love y'all. But women have whole babies and go back to work and stuff after that. Like, and their kids wake up at night and stuff. So women are resilient creatures. And that just shows your resilience because out of that was birth hilariously unemployed. So let's talk about a little bit about something that turned into a whole podcast. Like, how did this happen and how is it going? Like, tell us about it.
Yeah. So throughout my time winding down at my old organization, I just kept having this pressing feeling of if I'm feeling like this, other people have felt like that. And I just want to support people. I just want to support everybody else. I just want to support them. And I kept ruminating on ideas like, oh, maybe I could do like a job seeker highlight on LinkedIn every time. And since I've been using my voice the way that I have within the last 2 years, people keep saying you need a podcast. And I'm like, I never want to do anything that consistently in my life. And people just kept pushing it and saying, you need a podcast. I was like, I never want my words to live on that long. Mm-hmm. What if I say the wrong thing? Mm-hmm. And they kept pushing it and they pushed me over the limit. And, I was having a conversation with one of my close friends who was also laid off from the organization. And we were talking about how, hey, girl, I went and got my iced coffee and I got my nails done, even though I have no job. I'm just going to have to look good. And we're laughing and we're kikiing on the call. And I told her, I said, hey, I've been having this idea and I really want to do this. Would you be my guest on Friday? This is like a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I'm really nervous. I haven't shared with anyone that I'm laid off. And I was like, now's the time. And she said yes. So my first episode was almost 6 weeks ago. We're doing episode 6 this Friday. So yeah.
You know what stood out to me when you just said that? She said, I haven't shared with anybody that I've been laid off yet. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna lean in. Sometimes I have moments during talking with Ty where I lean into the camera because I want y'all to know how serious I am when I lean in. So I'm leaning in. If you are hilariously unemployed, mm-hmm. don't keep it to yourself. That is the great thing about the multifamily industry is it is a family. And it is a tribe of people out there, sometimes that you don't even know that are in your tribe that will help you get to the places that you're trying to go, only if they knew what you needed. Mm-hmm. Now, that's the word. Did somebody, as Melissa D. White would say, am I right or am I right? Somebody write that down because it is a tribe of people out there. But if nobody don't know, they don't know. So mm-hmm. you have to share it because this is an industry that unfortunately sometimes layoffs just happen and it's not because of lack of production on the person that it happens to. So you got to speak up and say something. So creating that platform was so amazing, and the things that you share on there, Dana. And one of the other things that stood out to me is that you're doing something that's bigger than you. And I always believe in our purpose is bigger than us. You're doing something that, because you're trying to create a space for other people to find employment and to be able to share their story. Mm-hmm. Like, what kind of feedback and how does this make you feel with inching towards your purpose, even in the process of being unemployed?
It's an overwhelming feeling. It's very exciting. The thing that makes me most happy that I do all week is my podcast. So I know it's right because it feels so good to me. My first episode, she's not in multifamily. Like her background is she's a tech recruiter. Like this girl is it, right? So to have her as my first one out, and I want to delve into tech companies because I know they've been impacted heavily. And then so many people in the multifamily industry have reached out to me. It's really become a whole thing where every time I log into LinkedIn, somebody is saying, hey, can I connect you with this person? They've been laid off. Or, hey, this person has positions that are open. Did you want to highlight those? Or most recently, we'd like to sponsor an episode. So it has truly just kind of blown up. And Ty, keep in mind, my last date of employment was June the 30th. So it's been 46 days.
46 days.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's been a whirlwind of those 46. It's been 46 days, and I have literally been running every single day. But I'm so thankful and grateful that I've created a space where people feel like, hey, yeah, I'm laid off. I'm not ashamed about it because I've been out of work before and I didn't want to tell people. And I saw my colleagues, they were getting jobs really, really quickly. And I'm like, nobody is checking for me. I'm not even getting interviews. I know that I'm qualified to do a lot of these
Mhm.
jobs. But it really was me not wanting to put myself out there. And I know that they had a network. So I said to myself, I'm never going to be in that space again. I'm
Mhm.
going to create my own branding so that people know me outside of organizations. And when that time comes and I do need a role, I'm not going to be shy about it. Like, please, I ain't got no job.
Y'all hearing it? Y'all, this is not the first time you've heard it because she said it. She's been saying it for 6 episodes now. But you are also hearing it again on Talking with Ty, and I am endorsing her. And I don't endorse a lot of people. Let's be clear on that. I don't put my name on everybody because my name means something and it does have some weight in this industry. I am putting my name today, October the 15th, 2023,
Girl, it is
on
not
Dana
October. It is
Duckworth.
August. It's August.
August, what
Well, I don't want no job today anyway, so let's push it to October because I'm booked and busy.
wait a minute, y'all. As I look down at the date, am I rushing October to be here? So on August the 15th, when you live, there is no editing. This is live. There's no backtracking. I am endorsing Dana because Dana is an amazing hire. There are a lot of different roles that I'm sure Dana would love to be in and could thrive in, but I have put it out there on my LinkedIn before. I am the AE in Arkansas now, not you, Arkansas, because I appreciate my job, but any other association out there, Dana would be amazing. It takes a special kind of person to be in the role of an AE. So if there are any associations out there that are looking to build your team or add to it, she would be an amazing fit. I'm not wrong about these things, guys. She would be an amazing fit to your team. So I just wanted to put that in place again. So Dana, as we go on into the conversation, I know community involvement is one of the things that is high on your list of priorities. So, what does community involvement look like for Dana?
Well, when I was in organizations, one of the things that I loved to do was spend their money on nonprofits, right? Because it just felt so good. So if anybody has any money they need me to spend on a nonprofit, let me know. And that looked like setting up internship programs. So having interns come in virtually during the summer to work with us and get real world experience. And I just enjoyed them so much. I work with the Harlem Children's Zone in New York, and they support children from infancy up until they go to college and they support them with getting careers. So it just really filled my heart to be able to work with students every year while I was doing what I loved in my career. And then Girls Inc., I loved working with them. We did field trips with Code Nation, things like that. And then in my personal life, I joined the Urban League last December. And I love it so much. I love everything that they are doing so much. And I'm like, where are the kids? Let me at them. I want to speak to them. I
Yes.
want to talk to them. So school is about to start again. And I am just chomping at the bit to get my opportunity to support them in that way and show up for them. But recently they did a backpack drive and I was out there. And when I tell you I had a time, I had a time
Out
helping
there
those
with the
children
kids.
pick out their backpacks. It was sponsored by Walmart. It was the most beautiful event. So community involvement has really been filling my cup.
You know what? I love that because community involvement is huge, and I think in growing our brand and growing our businesses, a lot of people miss that component of community involvement. Sometimes it's not always about the sale or making money, but also about giving back. And I think when you focus on giving back to other people, then you attract the money and you attract the business. So that's one of maybe those lights that I see that's shining through you is because you just got finished doing something that you really love. Like sometimes you'll see somebody and all we do is work and we don't get to do the things we love and they look tired. It's like they look like they need a nap.
Not me.
Like come on, not me, not me. No, look at this skin. Not me. But when you are doing the things that you love, when you're attracting the business, it makes you feel so much different and you just look lighter because you're walking with a different air. So kudos to you about, as again, like I said, taking a situation and making lemonade out of lemons. So to go a little bit further, speak up, Dana. You've been huge on branding. Speak Up Dana, the big speaker. We see the flyers, we see the posts, we see all the things that's happening and all the places that you're going to be on stage and the bookings that's happening. I mean, you got me out there like I need to be working more because I'm like, my homegirls is like, so you, Ashia, Monica, Melanie and Multifamily, Marcy, our group. I can't even put Marcy in that category because Marcy, that's not fair. You was already booked and busy and getting
Yeah,
busy.
for
So
sure. Been
you
booked.
not even, I'm gonna take you out of that one, sis. But you know, Ashia, Monique, you, Monica, the race that we are running together and just passing the baton, giving each other water, like pulling each other up. Like it is amazing. People see it. Ashia and I talk about it all the time. So it's just good to have a community of women out there like that. So big speaker.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up with the big speaker? Who is
The big speaker is booked and busy, y'all. It has really taken off. I want to say a lot of that is due to my transparency. When I told them folks, hey, I don't have a job and I don't know that I want to go back into anybody's establishment just yet, but I am seeking opportunities. When I say the opportunities came in abundance, I mean, I'm so overwhelmed about it because again, this has been 46 days and I wake up and I check my email or my LinkedIn and someone is saying, hey, Dana, we thought about you for this. Or, hey, Dana, do you do that? And I'm like, yes, big speaker does it all, baby. What's up? Multi-talented. Okay. From my fellowship with the Diversity Institute. I mean, that came right on time. I'm so thankful to Cecilia Stan Adams because DEI is in my DNA and I'm able to learn from her greatness. I mean, she is that girl. So I love that the Employee Resource Group Leadership Alliance getting certified there. And then multifamily has just stepped up. I mean, when it comes time to submit those speaker sessions, Stephanie Anderson's like, hey, yes, we could do this. Tammy Lungo, yes. And then, you know, TLC, training, leadership, culture, that's me, Monica, and Ishia. So we're submitting all of those things. And just to hear some of the feedback, and we're about to do DMAA in September, it's been very overwhelming for me, but I love everything so much. I'm just so
this?
happy. I'm
I'm
so
just over
happy.
here like this. So you know what? One, okay, I had so many points that I was trying to listen to, and then you took me somewhere else, and I wanted to hone in on this and say this and that. As James said, abundance is a mindset.
Mhm,
And I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Julie's. One
mhm.
of the comments that really stood out to me, and I'm going to read hers. It says, "This was the biggest and hardest lesson to digest. I was recently laid off and struggled to vocalize the idea of being laid off." So, Julie's, we encourage you, and this is taking the first step for you to even say something on our platform
Yeah.
today. So, anything that you're looking for, if I can be of a resource, you can reach me at ty@aaa-hq.org. I will help anybody get any job but my job. So, everybody out there knows that. So, but one of the things that I like that you said, Dana, is that you put it out there and you said it. So, this is what I'm saying today. I'm not unemployed, but I am seeking speaker opportunities. So if there's
Mhm.
anybody else out there that needs to speak, please let me know. So, but I love that you said that because you have to speak up. You have to speak up and you have to let people know what it is that you need so that they can be a resource for you. So I love and there's nothing shy about you. For God, so for anybody that does not know, Dana and I are twins. We're fraternal twins. She is much shorter than I am, but we share the same cuteness and the same hair pattern. And it's the same. So
Both fashion killers.
there is nothing shy about us. We do not meet a stranger. I know that everybody, Ty, I can't be that way. I can't be you. But what we're saying is opportunity, when opportunity comes, you got to jump on it and you have to insert yourself in the conversation and make yourself be seen and heard so you do not miss those opportunities. Right, Kaden? Closed mouths don't get fed. At least where we come from, they don't.
And
So
I'm eating.
they don't eat. If you don't say nothing, you won't eat. So you have to say something. And I love that you pointed out how the multifamily industry has surrounded around you and supported you. And that's one of the things that I told you. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. And the thing that I love about it is I've never went without a job in this industry because of people. This is a people-driven industry. So that goes back to relationships, guys. If you do not have the relationships, continue to create them. Allie, I'm not sure what I said to make you laugh, but I am good. I am happy to see you, sis. That is one of my relationships from many moons ago in this industry. So my support, you said your support, you call them your jolly queens.
Yeah.
Because I know they on here and they listening, or they gonna be catch the replay this evening. So let's talk about your support, because when you are hilariously unemployed, you can only laugh at the situation when you have the right support system. So what does the Jolly Queen support system look like for you?
Yeah, this is true. Hopefully grandma can work the YouTube. I don't know, because I usually do all of that for them, but I sent the link in the group chat, y'all. So their support means so much to me. When I started to use my voice and speak, and I would send them things, I'd be like, join this webinar. They'd just be so excited. Oh my God, Dana girl, you're so good. And I'm like, yeah, it's my family, so they're gonna gas me. But then I really started to listen like intently, like, no, they mean this. And the opportunity came for me to finally speak in Virginia. I had spoken to other places, but finally in Virginia. And they said, can we come? I was like, y'all know this is like a job. Right? I was like, I'm doing a manager's, like a whole employee meeting. We're doing unconscious. Can we come? And so I asked the amazing people at SL Nest Mom, can I bring my mama now? And they said yes. So they come traipsing up in these people meeting, girl. Phones out the whole time, recording the entire hour session. Okay.
That's my baby.
So that's the level of support I am dealing with in my life. I'm so thankful and grateful for them. I FaceTime my mama every day, multiple times a day. And if I don't, she's like, oh, it must be one of those days. But they are so amazing, girl. I just love them so much. And I've been so busy, and they have let me know I'm on notice. She don't even have time to come over here and hang with us. I said, girls,
come on.
We got to get to this paper.
So you know what? She don't have time. I want to pause right there, because when I first talked to you, I have the privilege of having a more intimate relationship with Dana. She's one of my friends. So we talk on the phone and I get to hang out with her. So sorry to everybody out there that only works with her. My bad. So when I first talked to you on the phone, you said that you were looking for a job, and you want to go back to work, and I'm looking for something. I want a W-2, Ty. I want to file taxes at the end of the year. And I told you, I said, sometimes God has a bigger plan for us, and that he will make you uncomfortable or push you out of a situation so you can be the biggest that he wants you to be. It's been 46 days. And how many jobs have you applied for?
I mean, I clicked the button on LinkedIn.
How many have your heart actively said, I will give this up? I will give this life up and go work for them?
0.
Exactly.
None of them.
And that's because, and this is to everybody that's out there. Sometimes we get laid off, or we get whatever situation you want to use on yourself. You get fired, you get separated, you laid off, you walk away from a job, you're unhappy with it. The thing about the multifamily industry, the thing that I love about this industry is we have a thing called supplier partners. Those people have businesses and they partner with this industry. What if when you've been on site for 20 years, and you have done all the things that you can do in this industry, or you've sold for another company in this industry and made them money, you can do it on your own. If you just believe in yourself just enough.
Now it ain't been 20 years for me because I want y'all to know that.
She's only 25.
Yes, my birthday's
30,
coming up. I'm gonna be 20.
5-ish. But you've been in it for a long time and you have a skill set, you have a natural born gift, and you have something to offer. You have something that is as I have a raw talent that once is refined is really a successful, sustainable business.
Mm-hmm.
And all it takes is for you to wholeheartedly believe in Dana like the rest of us do and to see what we see. So I pray on you today. Now, anybody out there that don't pray, please don't get offended. I love the Lord. So we're going to put that on record today. But I pray for you today that you never work for anybody else, that you never be a W-2 employee. And I know you seeking employment, but what you're seeking is partnerships. What you're seeking is clients.
Mm-hmm.
For your own business to be sustainable. So we will never be having the conversation about you getting laid off ever again, because it will be the company and the enterprise that you're running. So moving right along, all of these things going on with you. We didn't got laid off from work. We got 2 boys that we raised into 15-year-old. I'm not mistaken, 15, right? Mm-hmm. Twin black boys in the East Coast. So, well, I guess some people say Virginia is kind of a little bit south, or so.
We know y'all don't claim us down there. But
so 2 teenage black boys you raising, working. The layoff come, but something else is going on. You also going to school.
Yes, I was getting my degree, and also I was getting divorced. So there was just a lot happening. Girl, I remember saying, "Oh, y'all trying to take me out of here." But I fought back, baby.
If my green screen wasn't right behind me and I didn't think I would tear it up, I would do a whole spin around in my chair for y'all. But I might knock this over and then y'all see the wall and it go crazy from there. So I'm not gonna do that. When it rain and pour.
Yeah.
So we're laughing, but to the woman out there, Dana threw it out there, so I don't have a choice but to walk through the door. Dana said she got a divorce. Mm-hmm. There's other women out there, there's other men out there, there's other people out there today that are experiencing the same thing, and you got to work, you got to push through, you got to raise kids, then you get laid off from your job, and you got to create this whole business and got to walk in it and be scared and do like this and inch the whole way through. Mm-hmm. And then still look like this and show up. Okay. Looking like this, because all of this was going on. For anybody that saw, if y'all seen House Party before, there's a part on there with Shireen and Sydney. It was Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold. That was Ashia and Dana Duckworth at the rent party during our apartmentalize. Okay. I got the footage to prove it. If you need me, just DM me and I will send you the video clip.
Does not exist.
So, all of this is going on. Mm-hmm. And you're still showing up. Yeah. Showing up for work, showing up for friends, showing up for school, showing up for family. Yeah. How did all of that work? Who, as you poured out, because sometimes we know we don't get our cup filled from where we pour. Who poured into Dana while Dana poured out into the world?
You know what? My mom, she was right there. We're not crying on Talking with Ty. Come on, big speaker. Pulling in. My mom was right there. You ladies, y'all were right there in the thick of it. I remember my mom, I called her before I came out to Atlanta, and I was like, Mom, I'm hitting the wall. I can't do it. And she was like, as soon as you touch down and your friends know you in the city, you're going to be fine. And as soon as I landed, here comes Ty in the group chat. Big speaker in the building. I can feel her energy in the city. Yes. I felt so amazing about that. My best friend.
You said you ain't gonna cry, and I'm over here.
Girl, okay. Not gonna do it to me, Ty Oprah Winfrey. My best friend, Tasha. She is amazing. She's been married for so long. She was my first phone call, and she has been amazing. And I cannot wait to see her because I haven't seen her since I've gotten laid off, graduated, divorced, any of those things. But I am going to see my baby on the 24th of this month, and I cannot wait because I know that I'm just going to feel so amazing in her energy. And then my ex spouse, like, it's never any beef. It's all love. It's family. We've created a family structure that, is unbreakable. We know that the end goal is for us to both be completely happy. And I am happy in a lot of ways with all of the things that I do. I mean, they just radiate through me. I want that same happiness for him, and he deserves it. And our children deserve to see us so happy. And they're so mature. And they're like, we just want y'all to be happy too. We know we're family. So everything that we were scared of, it worked itself right on out.
I love that. That is a message and a word in itself to somebody that is out there listening, or a friend of a friend that's going to give some advice, because divorce is scary. Breaking up a family, or what we know a family to be, the structure, and rebuilding it, and learning a different way to co-parent is a scary thing, on top of working, on top of going to school. So, school. What did we graduate? Let's celebrate. Let's stop and celebrate the win.
Okay.
Let's hear about graduation and this degree that we have.
Oh, girl, this degree. Okay, so I originally went to Norfolk State University fresh out of high school at the age of 17, going into the age of 18 in 2000 and a year. So y'all don't need to know my business. Anyway, let me just tell you, I was not equipped, nor was I mature enough to handle that level of freedom and excitement. And if you've never been on an HBCU campus, let me just tell you, y'all, it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful people. It's the most beautiful environment, the most fun parties. It was a lot. And I just was not ready, girl. Okay. I majored in hanging out at the cafeteria. I did not go to class at all. And I dropped out, and people were always like, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. And I joined this industry, and it was up. Like, my career was amazing. And I never really felt the need to have my degree because it's not required in our industry. You can get so far without it. And what happened was COVID, and me really getting into the DEI space and just being so hungry and thirsty for information and knowledge. Like, I just wanted to learn so many things. I was soaking up so much stuff, reading, learning, educating myself, doing all types. That's right, James, HBCU proud. Doing all types of education. And I was like, okay, now I want more. And I was like, you could, no, people ain't gonna take you back, girl. You did not go to class. When I tell you my GPA was like, I was like, y'all not gonna get rid of this. My GPA was like a 1.77. Okay, but let me just let y'all know I graduated cum laude because I went back and I made all A's and everything. And
But you know what? That is amazing, because that lets people know that it's not too late. And even though you wasn't ready then,
yeah,
you went back more mature, more focused, and
Mhm.
look at the accomplishment that you made. And I know that had to do something to your confidence as an entrepreneur.
Girl, I just was oh my gosh, that was the best day. I was so excited because I was in here working and then working on school and trying to do all of the things all of the time. And there were many days where I was like, girl, you could just not, because you don't need this degree. But I kept pushing, and I was so proud. I'm still so proud. And this year I'm going to homecoming because now I feel like I deserve to be there. Come on, alum. I'm gonna be there in my green and gold. Y'all better be holding me, baby. Okay, big speak is coming.
I mean, but you know what? Your life is changing. But when you're on the outside looking in, I'm going to tell you that I see all of these things, from community involvement to going to homecoming to being a part of the alumni at school. That's where your business is. That's where your network of people, because yes, we love multifamily and we all want to continue to walk in the multifamily industry. But I mean, we don't want to cheat on y'all, but I would like to have an uncle over in this business somewhere, okay? Like I do. I mean, your voice in DE&I is not just a multifamily thing,
Oh,
is what I'm saying. In all seriousness, it's a message that can be talked about throughout so many platforms, so many companies.
mhm.
So continue to walk in that path because big things are coming from you. And I'm just excited that I knew you before. I mean, you already big, Dana. But before you turned into big Dana, and then I got to talk to your, well, my assistant got to talk to your assistant because at that point I'll be big Ty at the same time. But I promise to never let my assistant call you. You don't
Okay.
never have to talk to her. You
That
can
was
talk directly to me. So now that we no longer work in corporate America, we
mhm,
didn't finish school. We're
mhm,
no longer married. The
mhm,
boys are back off to school.
mhm.
What
Soon.
does the day to day look like for Dana? How does the hustle look? How do we prepare for it?
Oh, it's insanity, Ty. Literally, I start my day at 7:30, 8 a.m. on my Peloton to give myself mental clarity. If y'all know my story, you know I have ADHD. I've also suffered from anxiety and depression. And one of the ways that I channel that is through exercise when I remember to do that and take care of my body. And it provides such amazing clarity for me, right? And then after I do that, I go to Dunkin' Donuts because I'm powered by Dunkin' and I need a sponsorship from them. So I go get my latte, and Ashia has been sponsoring my lattes all week with the Dunkin' Donuts gift card. If you'd like to sponsor one, please slide in my DMs because
I mean, I'm about to have to do something and talk because Ashia is sponsoring a whole lot of Dunkin' Donuts. So let
you
me know
got a job though. See, I don't, and my lattes are like $8.
how. You gonna have to get you a little Keurig, Connie. I'm gonna send you something in the mail. I'm gonna send you some K cups and
So after that, then I take the dogs out and we're going on a walk. And then I come in and I'm feeding the dogs and I'm taking a shower. And then I'm right here at this desk and I'm like, who wants what from me today?
Mhm.
And I'm going crazy sometimes until, I don't even want to say 3 a.m. I mean, I take breaks. I will eat. I
Mhm.
will go out and see the children and the dogs.
Mhm.
But I am here working and grinding typically Monday through Friday until who knows when, until my body says, girl, you got to stop and go to bed.
So
And
then I have a question about that. What
mhm,
does balance look like for Dana then?
it doesn't look balanced right now,
Okay.
but I am striving for that. And my mom keeps telling me when people invite you, go. So the boys have been asking me to do things, and I'm going to be doing them with the boys. And I'm not talking about my kids. So she's like, you should go. So I've been outside on occasion when I can break away from work. But right now, balance is not happening. But I decided this morning at like 3 a.m. I had a moment of clarity that I have to set boundaries around my time,
Mhm.
boundaries around the things that I'm willing to do for others, boundaries around my communication, just boundaries for myself so that I don't get burnt out because I know exactly what that looks like in my life
Yeah.
and it's real.
And burnout is real. We want people to know that yes, you want the opportunities, go out there, get it. But the goal is to be paid and free. We want to be booked and busy, but we're not 20 no more. Especially, I'm 42 years old. I want to be paid and free and create the life that I'm designed to have. So, I mean, you have so many great things going on and with your day to day looking like that. So let me ask you, I asked you about balance, but let me also ask you about what do you do when fear creeps up? Because when we're entrepreneurs, no matter how much business is coming your way, and I want people to understand that, there's always the fear of, is it going to dry up?
Mhm.
Is it going to last? Is it going to? So when fear creeps up, as it does in all of us,
Yeah.
what does Dana do?
So last week was a moment of extreme fear for me. It was imposter syndrome, and it all came at one time. I had gotten an email asking me to speak for something. And then I checked LinkedIn and it was a tech company reaching out, said they'd need me for this. And then I had already had another tech company scheduled that I was doing a mental health training with. And when I say imposter syndrome tried to knock me down last week on Tuesday, I was crying in my beef stir fry. I was making food and I was just, it's not the onions, it's me.
Yes.
And you know what happened? My first guest from my Hilariously Unemployed podcast, she FaceTimed me. And I was wearing a Diana Ross shirt and she was wearing some other graphic tee. And she was like, guess what? You're looking at she had got a job. I'm not going to speak on it because that's
Yeah.
her, you know?
That's our
And
story to tell.
yes, and I'm boo-hooing in my beef stir fry. She's like, so, and I'm so happy for her. And I'm like, I'm so thankful and grateful that you called me at this moment because I was going through it over here and I was feeling like serious imposter syndrome. So we get off and then I'm still child. And I call the joyful leader herself, Ashia Shepherd, because ain't nobody put that battery in my back like that girl. And when I say she talked me down and talked me up, it was like, you're that girl. And I was like, I know, but sometimes I be feeling like.
Yeah. No, that is, and that's what she says about Ashia. One, I want to second that because honey, she is. She will talk you back up. I wanted to share this because people look at us because we do have these larger than life personalities and they feel like it's not no fear. Is she not scared? She walking in it. She confident. She doing this. Dana is out there making moves, honey. She ain't missed a beat since because this is how the conversation goes, and I want people to know that we are moving in fear. Mm-hmm. We have the same fear. Yes, I'm announcing that I'm at this conference and that conference, but each time I announce it, guess what? My knees are shaking because I'm like, oh Lord, now I got to perform. Now I'm booked, so now I got to talk in front of these people. Like, I got to say something. I got to build a deck. Do they want to see this? Do they want to see that? So I really wanted you to share that because I want people to know that even though you're doing these things, at times you are moving in fear when you're doing it. So to anybody out there that's stuck and not moving in fear, Dana, what would you say to them?
If you are stuck, lean on your network, lean on your community. I mean, everybody's not fortunate enough to have an Ashia, to have a joyful leader in their lives. But I know you have somebody somewhere that cares about you and loves you. And if you tell them what you're going through, they'll be right there. And if you don't, child, call me. I'm hilariously unemployed. I got time. I really don't, but I'll make time for you.
She gonna just DM her for her phone number. We don't want to give it out on here, and then people just always be saying something. So yes, Stephanie is right. She said, Coach Melissa D. White says, always says, do it afraid. And I think that's something that, and that's why I wanted to reiterate and ask how you felt on that, Dana, because I want people to know that we are doing it afraid. The imposter syndrome is real. And for people who don't know, elaborate a little bit and tell them what that syndrome, because they might be experiencing it and just don't know.
Imposter syndrome is when you've been doing the work and you are qualified to do it, but something in your mind and your body and your spirit is telling you, not me. I'm not that girl. I'm not qualified. There's no way that they want me. There's no way that I'm capable of doing those things. When in actuality, I have been working and working and working very hard, like planting all of these seeds to prepare to harvest them. And then they all just like all the plants, they grew up at the same time. And I was like having to pick them up. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's no way I planted all this. There's no way I planted all of this. But in that moment, my mind tried to trick me out of my spot and tell me that I didn't. And I wasn't prepared and I didn't do those things and I'm not the right person for the job. Well, let me just tell you, after I got it together, now my mind is like, girl, you are that girl. You are the one for the job and you can take many, many more. But it does happen to some of us, specifically Black women. We always think we're underqualified or we don't want to toot our horn. And Ashia always says, humble for what? And I moved through life for a long time, being very humble and being demure and being quiet and not speaking up, Dana. And now you can't shut me down, okay? I have thoughts, opinions. I am good at that. I will let you know. I look good today. I am going to post the picture. The caption will be sassy. I'm going to make the TikTok. I'm happy about it. I feel good. My skin is glowing.
I mean, all those things, and you're completely right. Like you gotta big you up.
Mhm.
And that's real. You definitely have to believe in yourself. Walk in fear, do it afraid, just do it. The imposter syndrome is real. Call
Mhm.
those friends that can talk you down. And when there is no friend to call, stand in the mirror and have a talk with your own self. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we have to talk our own self down. But it is real. And like you said, especially with Black women, a
Mhm.
lot of us have been working in this industry and started out from the ground up. But the moment we do a presentation about that very thing, we go out there and we looking at Google and this and that instead of telling our own story. So I'm also the same. I mean, I resonate with you in that regard. September the 28th, I will be on stage. Let me make sure, guys, because it's a whole conference. September the 27th, I will be on stage in Birmingham at the Birmingham Conference and Trade Show. And now, see, why am I looking all glaring? That's not cute. Okay, I'm back. It tried it. When I was announcing what I got going on,
That's
it
because
tried.
you ain't got that date right. Alabama said, "Oh,
I got it's 3 day conference. I just have to pick out the day I'm speaking. So, anywho, I will be on stage, and this is my very first time where I will be sharing my own story as it regards to DE and I started in this industry 20 years ago, guys, as a leasing professional. Been an assistant property manager, supplier partner, and AE. I've seen it, and I've been a resident.
Mhm.
So only thing I ain't did was be the maintenance man, but I've told a lot of them what to do. So toot toot. But so before we end today, Dana, we've
okay."
been through your story. We talked about all the things that happened then and where you are now.
Mhm.
Last but not least, finding what makes Dana truly happy. Let's talk about happiness and how happiness looks for Dana at this very moment.
Oh, happiness is very micro in my life. I started with just thinking about what will make me happy today. And it's everything from, if you follow me on Instagram, my porch lizard, Larry, that I see whenever I go outside. Larry's had a lot of kids, so I see a lot of little lizards running around my yard, to maybe I want to see a butterfly that day, or having my latte, or going to Target, or having something fit right, or my baby hair is looking good that day, or I mean, it is so micro for me. Like, what are the things that would make me happy? I am intentional about thinking about those things. It could be a new air freshener, it could be a drive, it could be walking with my dog and he doesn't pull or tug me whichever way he wants. It's really small things. And then, like, maybe just a random hug from one of my children because they just felt that they wanted to give me some love that day. And if you have teenagers, you understand that that is not a regular occurrence. So, really small things I've tried to build into my happiness. And then the big things, when they happen, I mean, I'm just on the floor because my heart is so full, because I'm so filled with all the little things that make me happy. So the big ones try to knock me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart is going to explode. I got to lay down.
I love that, Dana. The small things, and I think that if you keep your eye on the small things, you
Mhm.
attract the big things to happen because you're already so happy and you're not waiting. Some people wait for the big moment to be happy. Happiness is a choice, and we have to choose every single day, regardless of what happens, to be happy simply because we woke up that day and it's a privilege to wake up. So,
Mhm.
before we end today, Dana, you are an entrepreneur, you're self employed, you are a new business owner. The clients that are listening, that are your potential new clients,
Mhm.
who are you looking to partner with? What can they do for you? What can the people on my platform do for Dana?
Yeah, if you need anything when it comes to culture, engagement, and DEI, I am your girl. Okay. That goes for people in all industries. I really, really love creating culture and engagement within organizations because it's transformative. When you have people bought into the culture of your organization, you will just watch it thrive because everybody's loyal, because everybody loves that one thing that you're all driving towards. So, culture and engagement is truly something that I'm so passionate about. If you need me to raise my voice and speak on any issues, please don't hesitate to reach out. The big speaker is here to speak. And if you are hilariously unemployed, if you are someone who's been terminated, if you're looking for work, and if you're a CEO who's ever had to lay people off, I want to give that story as well. We want a well-rounded, audience. We want to provide everybody with all scenarios of hilarious unemployment. Please reach out to me. I want to feature you on my show, or I want to get you some resources, and I want to amplify your unemployment so
Sometimes
you can no longer be unemployed.
awesome. Guys, the Hilariously Unemployed airs on Fridays on LinkedIn Live at
3
2.
p.m. ET.
Oh, it's 2 my time. I'm
Time.
Central Standard.
It's also
So
available on all podcast platforms and YouTube. You can find it in Apple, Spotify, YouTube. My brand is Speak Up Dana. You can follow me on all socials, including TikTok, Instagram at Speak Up Dana. And then LinkedIn is my favorite one. So please don't be shy. Let's be friends.
definitely. You guys can check more of Dana and I out later on this year. Before we show up at AOD, we'll be doing another fashion segment to talk about what you guys should be wearing in California. It was a huge hit for Apartmentalized. We had a lot of positive feedback. We told you guys to wear sneakers and suits, and we saved a lot of feet in Atlanta. So
We sure did.
so we definitely want to bring that back. Guys, I am your podcast host. I am Ty Jackson. If you are looking for a facilitator, if you are looking to bring someone out to your team, not just for information, but for a transformation, I am your girl. I am a champion for DE&I, but that is not the only topic that I can talk about. Okay. I won't put that out there. Leadership. As I said before, I've been in every seat in the house and was successful at it. Relationship selling is another one of my favorites. Talking with Ty is my podcast. Next up for episode 7, you're going to see Stephanie Anderson from Grace Hill. We cannot wait to have the conversation with Stephanie. And if you are out there and you are looking to be on Talking with Ty, and you have some interesting things going on about you, because
You got to be interesting.
because this is unscripted. So we got to be able to talk for an entire hour. But if you have something to say to the people, hit me up. DM me, send me an email. Let's have a discovery call. Let's talk about it. Let's plan it, and let's bring you on. If you haven't seen the podcast that aired prior to today, please go back and check out the replays, guys. It has been amazing. Thank you guys so much for spending your lunch hour with me on this Tuesday. Dana, before we leave, is there anything else that you would like to say to the people?
It's the big speaker, never the little one.
That almost seemed like a jingle. If there are any rappers out there, anybody that can write some, Monica, we need some bars today. It's the big speaker. Oh, okay, so yes, I feel like that could go somewhere. We need a whole jingle behind that. So thank you to everybody that stayed with us. All the comments, guys. Please continue to follow me as I follow the story, and we just get bigger and better. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good day.